So in the 90s, that was one of the first moments where you knew that the power of the Metro paper with overseas bureaus all over the world really was waning. They could no longer afford to do that themselves, so they would outsource it to wires or other syndicated versions of their stuff. So yeah, that was a moment that was clear. It was a withdrawal of a vast media empire around the world that was never real. So
where do you go now if you're doing a documentary on a similar topic, let's say the next version of Lacey Peterson, the whole thing? You won't arrive to a newsroom like that. There's nobody there in the Sacramento Bee anymore. There's not 17 people sitting in a news bullpen. What's your strategy as a documentarian or somebody who's going to report on this? Like, what are you going to go to Nextdoor? Are you going to go to Reddit? Like, where do you get the information, John? Like, how are these stories going to come to light? Which is one of the great things that we're going to hopefully we'll get to is Julie K. Brown's reporting, on Jeffrey Epstein out of McClatchy's Miami Herald down in Florida. But let's put that aside for a moment. Like, what are if your strategy was that back then, and that's not that long ago,
right
now, what is it? What do you see? What would you have to do if you were covering a case like that?
Well, I want to back up for a second.
Okay.
One of the things that we are losing in this country, in addition to the popular connection that people in small towns and small cities had to their papers, is institutional support at the highest level for journalism in this country, for real, honest, serious journalism.